old horror movies before it even starts. Old horror movies in what sense? Like old Dracula? Dog shit. Dog shit film. The earliest horror movies were terrible. Jump scares were bad. And people were shitting their pants over literally the least scary thing possible. But the era of slashers, Jason, Scream, or Friday the 13th, Scream, Ghostface, Freddy Krueger, awesome. I will say, though, I wasn't a big fan of Nightmare on Elm Street. I've seen, almost every, type of slasher film. Not a lot of the Jason films, but I've seen almost every Scream movie. I think I've seen every Michael Myers movie, or Halloween, rather. But I did not like Nightmare on Elm Street. Leatherface is kind of lame.
As much as I love them, horror movies nowadays,
Texas Chainsaw's goated.
just don't hit the same. But is this true? Are horror movies from the...
No, horror movies hit more than they ever have. I think horror movies today would actually kill people in the 80s. I'm so serious. Yes, The Conjuring isn't modern, but even newer horror films, like a Blumhouse movie or some shit, I think I would love to teleport back to the 90s when people were getting ready to watch fucking Scream or some shit, and then throw on fucking what is the most scary what is the scariest movie of all time? It's not Conjuring. Oh my God, he has tapes in his attic. I've seen the movie. No, it's not Terrifier. Sinister. Sinister is supposed to be the scariest film ever, based on heart rate. Scientifically, I think Sinister is the scariest film ever made. When they did an experiment, they tested people's heart rate, and it had a lower peak heart rate, but the average heart rate of somebody watching Sinister was 120 or something. You're just stressed out the whole fucking movie. It's not even scary. I agree. I think it's more of a stressful film. I didn't think Sinister was that scary. I think Conjuring is the scariest movie I've ever seen. Disturbing Terrifier.
The 70s, 80s, and 90s really better or scarier? Well, that's what we'll find out today. Today, ladies and gents, I'll be going over a few horror movies from back in the good old days to not only figure out how well they hold up, but to answer that question. Are retro or vintage or old horror movies really better? Are they? I'd like to know.
Dude, they're very predictable. That's the only problem. So they're kind of like comfort films in a sense, even if you've never seen them, but they're so predictable. If you're watching a Jason film, there's going to be a naked woman. She's going to take her top off. She's going to be the first one to die, almost always. The virgin lives. The virgin lives almost always as well. And that's for some reason, a part of every horror movie. And, every Jason film, it'll just be oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Let's go skinny dipping. It's what? And then fucking Jason is watching from the distance, kills you.
And in the end, I'll go over one of the oldest horror movies ever to see how it holds up over a century.
Nosferatu.
Later. Yeah, a century. And the first one I got up is called...
Nosferatu came out in fucking 1920. Slumber Party Massacre. Guarantee you there's probably 8 topless women in this film. I've never seen it.
Now, some of you may know this one, and some of you may just read the title and think, Slumber Party Massacre? That sounds a lot like Texas Chainsaw. I know what it sounds like. And I'm gonna get to that one too. I'm doing this one first though. Slumber Party Massacre is a 1982 movie where we follow a group of girls who, unbeknownst to them, are being stalked by a serial killer. And I gotta say this now, if it's something these old movies had, it was that nudity, bro. My goodness, did I click the wrong movie? Either that or I just stumbled upon a lost episode of Euphoria, because dang, that's a lot of butt, bro. But yeah, we follow...
And out of nowhere, too. It'll just be oh, let's take our tops off. What?
A group of girls who are being stalked by a serial killer.
What? You ever watch a sex scene with your parents? Bottom 3 experiences.
Who uses a drill as...
Bottom 3 experiences. You feel the silence. You feel the silence.
His weapon, a drill.
So awkward.
And since they don't realize they're being stalked, they set up a sleepover like it's a normal night. They ordered pizza, gossip. They even broke out the dub pack. Don't do drugs, y'all. But what they ain't know is that it only made it easier for the killer to catch them lacking. And so the girls have to try and survive the night before the killer could turn this slumber party into a massacre. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've only seen this movie once, but I think this movie holds up. I think it does. The characters are likable and realistic, which you...
What's the horror movie where the guy controls bees? Oh my God, what is the name of that film? Somebody knows. He controls bees. Candyman. Yeah.
Can't say about every single horror
I see clips of Candyman.
movie. Like, they're not just some
Never seen that movie. I always get so confused when I read the description. I'm like, what do you mean he controls bees?
no personality dummies who are just there to die. The killer is actually scary. I mean, have y'all ever seen a dude whose main weapon is something you can only find at Home Depot? Like, what? And then they even had some funny moments. It's a good movie. I mean, this is 1982. This is the same year Thriller came out. Of course it's gonna be good. And I know it's not the massacre horror movie people usually think about, but I just wanted to show this one some love because I feel like nobody talks about it. And don't worry, I'm gonna get to the one you're thinking about. But first I gotta talk about...
I have never heard of any of these films. Carrie? Wait, what's the one movie where there's that really... Is it Carrie? There's like a really creepy scene at the end. Oh my god. It's like the movie's not scary and then there's a scary twist. Is it Carrie? Somebody help. Somebody help. It's like a woman and she's facing... Is that Carrie? Carrie movie... A Carrie ending scene. No, it is not Carrie. Oh my god. No, it's like their sleepaway camp. It might be sleepaway camp. Ending scene. I want to show you guys the scene. It's so disturbing. Oh my god, it is this. So disturbing.
Angela!
Wait, where? I only could show like a small snippet. Oh, it's so fucking weird. Just the face she makes. Imagine watching this like 2 in the morning.
How can it be?
Terrifying. Terrifying. Oh my god. Scary as shit, dude. It's like a skinwalker or something. It just starts going for like 3 minutes. It's not scary, it's uncanny. I think uncanny shit's the scariest. Oh my god. There was one movie I watched in 8th grade as a part of class, and it was super fucking scary. Again, we're going to do another game where I describe the movie and you tell me what it is because I don't remember it. They suck your body, pause. They kill you, create a clone of you, and when they find you, they go like this. And then they kill you again. It's not Barbarian. What is that movie? Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Chat's so good at this. Super scary film. Super scary film. And they don't really use, like, that much. It's like a 1980 film, but it's like, dude, every monster, you don't know if somebody's like it. And then when they find you, they all just point at you and scream. Oh, I got to rewatch that.
Next movie I got up
That was a good fucking movie.
is Carrie from 1976. Notable things that happened this year. Right M&M's got removed from the bag, and Ryan Reynolds was born. Now, I had never seen this movie before I thought of making this video. I heard of it because it's insanely popular, but I had never seen it until today. And I'm gonna say it now, this movie caught me off guard, because watching it, you wouldn't think it's a horror movie at all, up until the end. So in Carrie, we follow a girl named Carrie. Shocker. She's a quiet and shy high school senior with an extremely religious mother. I'll get to that in a second. Who's sort of an outcast at school. She gets bullied, like, a lot. And we see how bad this bullying gets when one day while they're in the locker room, and I'm sorry, I know I'm still introducing this one and I said it with the last movie, but these old movies really had that nudity. Like, I can't even show a single clip of this locker room scene because it's just straight Tata's butt and bush, bro. You know that's how they rocked it back then. Y'all gonna have to start questioning y'all grandparents.
Bro, I used to rewatch that one scene from Harold and Kumar. Oh my god, bro. I remember when I was a kid and I found that movie, that shit was crazy. I mentioned that there's a bottomless party in the Harold and Kumar go to Guantanamo Bay, and dude, it's just like straight bush. You're a gooner, bro. No, like, chat. I remember my mom would be like going to work. I'd be like, can I rent this movie? She's like, you've seen it 3 times. I'm like, I just really love that movie. Just straight fast forward to that scene, just rewatch it over and over again, bro. Oh my god, I had to be 10 years old. I'd be 10 years old, maybe. Oh my god, I don't even think she knew what the movie was about. I was like, it's just a comedy film. It's Harold and Kumar.
Why were they so freaked out? But yeah, as I was saying, we see exactly how bad the bullying gets when one day while she's in the locker room taking a shower, Carrie out of nowhere gets her first period. And since her mom never told her what a period is, again, I'll get to that in a second, she starts tweaking. And instead of helping her while she panics, all the other girls in the locker room just start throwing tampons and pads at her. Man, I know I've said it.
How closeted of a person would you have to be to not know what a period is? To like full panic when you get it and then like That's crazy.
This before when I went over the black.
Cock meat sandwich. Yeah, that's in Harold and Kumar. Somebody said a child, question mark. Well, I'm saying your parents would teach you about that. Like, she has to be like a religiously closeted family for them to not tell her, hey, you're probably going to get a period at some point.
Bullying is bad, but 70s bullying gotta be the dumbest shit I have ever seen. How you gonna bully a girl for something y'all all do? All of y'all. I don't care how crazy she reacted. I'd flip out too if I didn't know I started bleeding on my freaking wee once a month. Thankfully, Carrie's gym teacher, Miss Collins, interferes, telling the other girls to leave Carrie alone. And then she slaps Carrie to calm her down. I'm telling y'all, the 70s was wildin'. But amidst all this chaos, we saw two very important things happen. One, while Carrie was panicking about her period, for some reason this light bulb completely shattered. Like, completely. Unless she was hitting some high notes or something, that's a little odd. And two, we see one of the girls who was bullying Carrie, Sue, start to actually feel bad for her. In fact, she felt so bad that the next day when the gym teacher's punishing the girls by making them do all these exercises, she doesn't complain at all. That wasn't the case for everyone though, because this girl Chris was pissed about it. She didn't think they deserved to be punished like this, much less over bullying Carrie. So she confronts the gym teacher, you know, give her a piece of my mind.
Oh!
70s wildin'. But yeah, Sue felt very bad. So to make it up to Carrie, she
Yeah, bro, ain't that crazy that teachers used to be able to hit students?
decides to ask her boyfriend Tommy to take Carrie to prom instead of her.
Fucking smack the shit out of you. I'd be like, bro, what? Used to? Question mark? Yeah.
Which is just insanely sweet. And
I mean, there's people that do it now, but it's not allowed.
truly selfless. That's exactly why I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's Jimmy from South Park. You think I'm gonna let you take my...
Zod said I got beat in high... Oh, I was going to say. Said I'm playing. I was going to say, you got hit in high school? I was going to say, bro, you didn't report that shit?
my girl to prom just so you can feel better? This ain't like borrowing a pencil, bro. This is my girl. You're not gonna just, I'll give her back to you after prom. No. We're not doing that. I'm sorry. I hope you find a date though. I can do that. But that's what Sue wants to do. So Tommy agrees to ask Carrie, and after saying no the first time, thinking it was some sort of messed up joke, with some encouragement from Miss Collins, Carrie eventually does say yes. She will go to prom with Tommy. But let's not forget, guys, Carrie's mom is extremely religious, like extremely. Like, not only does she
How
never
does this turn into a horror film, though? Does she, like, kill her kid?
tell Carrie about her period because she believes getting it is a sin? What? But she also locks Carrie in the closet and makes her pray anytime she thinks she's misbehaving. So it's pretty much safe to say she's a bit strict. So when Carrie tells her about going to prom with a boy, it did not go well. They pretty much start arguing back and forth. Carrie saying that she wants to go and that not everything's a sin. Her mother saying she needs to go to the closet and repent. But just like the light bulb situation from earlier, while they're arguing and Carrie grows increasingly frustrated because her mom's not listening and she's walking away from her and... Oh, hell nah. This is when Carrie tells her mom, and us pretty much, that she has telekinesis. Yeah, on top of...
What? What? I thought, what a weird plot twist. I thought this was going to be like, oh, she goes to the prom and the guy kills her or something.
Tells her mom, and us pretty much, that she has telekinesis. Yeah, on top of cramps, turns out her first period gave her access to some supernatural abilities. Anytime Carrie gets upset or concentrates, she can move stuff with her mind. Which is like, alright, my puberty gave me voice cracks and random boners, and she gets superpowers.
Oh my god,
See
bro.
what y'all doing. And
Literally just talking, you'd be like, yeah, so I was going the other day.
Carrie's mom was obviously terrified. I'm not gonna lie, I would be too. She tells her it's the devil. The same devil
Morning Wood, bro. Now that shit was the worst, bro. You're in middle school. You got to give a speech. Not right now. Not right now.
that took your father
I can't. No.
away. But Carrie tells her, oh mama, it wasn't the devil. He just ran off with a woman, mama. I know that low-key hurt. Then she also tells her mama, I'm going to the
Libby, you cannot relate to that.
prom and you can't stop me. Who is she feeling like? Who? Think you cold, Carrie? You know you cold, Carrie. And so Carrie was going to the prom. We even get a cute montage of her and Tommy getting ready for the prom in their own ways. Carrie makes a dress and learns how to do her makeup. Tommy goes with his
I had to get up once, though. It was so embarrassing. Just pitching a tent. You just... you just stood up and walked into the front of the class.
friends to get a suit. I'm telling you, you nearly forget this is a horror movie. You see Carrie all excited to go. Her mom is obviously still being a negative Nancy the night of, saying everyone's gonna laugh at her and freaking hitting herself. All right, calm down, lady. But Carrie just sits her down using her mind powers and leaves. And then Carrie and Tommy arrive at the prom. And not only is this the beginning of the end, but this is also where it gets a little sad for me. Not because of anything Tommy did, no. Him and Carrie actually had a blast. Carrie talked with Miss Collins, who was very happy for her. Tommy and Carrie laughed it up and talked about going to an after party. Okay, I was trying to refrain from saying this, but can this dude not be Joe's cousin or something? Joe, if you watching this, am I tripping or can you not be
That
cousins?
does look like me. That does look like me. I don't know who that is though.
Bruh. But yeah, he flirted and danced with her. And he even kissed her. Hey Tommy, don't you got a girl? Scandalous. But knowing everything Carrie has been put through, I couldn't help but just be happy for her. No joke, I was smiling ear to ear watching this.
Grow that hair? Dude, hell no. Chat. I would look like such a dork if I had long curly blonde hair and I'm wearing my gaming headset, bro. I would be on my face. It would not work.
Man, too. I don't care. But then came the prom king and queen voting. And you see, I mentioned this earlier.
Chat, would I rock a man bun? What if I really grew out my hair? Really grew out my hair and I got like a pullback man bun? Like Rhett from Good Mythical Morning.
But while Carrie was over here all excited and getting ready for the prom, there were people who were still upset at her. People who were planning on getting revenge for getting
When does this become a horror movie?
them in trouble. Yeah, that girl Chris from earlier, she was still mad. So she concocted a plan to get some payback. After finding out Carrie was gonna go to the prom with Tommy, she enlisted her boyfriend and some friends to swap out
John Travolta?
the prom votes to make sure Carrie and
Huh?
Tommy win. So while Carrie and Tommy are on stage being crowned, they had no idea this was all Chris is doing. She had them right where she wanted them. And what makes this worse is that not only did Sue arrive to the prom and see what was about to happen and fail to stop it, but if you thought Carrie was happy before, she was happier than ever now. All that bullying, all that time being an outcast, it was over. She was finally being accepted by her peers. This was probably the happiest moment of her life. But then Chris spilt a bucket full of pig blood on Carrie. And as Tommy's outraged and confused about who could have done that to Carrie, that very same bucket drops down and kills Tommy? I know that sounds crazy because it's a freaking bucket, but this really killed him, y'all. Kill count said so. After being humiliated once again, having her prom day literally killed in front of her, and being laughed at once again,
A thin metal bucket?
kind of like her mom said earlier, this was Carrie's final straw. And this is when the horror starts. Carrie
She just starts popping their heads with her eyes. Doof. Doof.
closes all the doors, changes the lights to red, and proceeds to murder everyone at the prom. And I mean everyone. She uses a fire hose full pressure to mow down some kids with water. Uses the water from that same hose to electrocute the principal and some other people, which starts a fire. She even kills the one person who always had her back, Miss Collins, by crushing her. This is so messed up and honestly sad. Because watching this, I want to be happy for Carrie. Because, you know, we seen how she's been treated by her classmates in the school in general. So seeing her get some payback, you know, it feels a little nice. But bro,
All right, it's also kind of a stupid scene that she's just going as like her focusing.
this is overkill. Everyone deserves to die. Everyone? What if like the janitor just walked in for a second? What does he have to do with this? And y'all want to know what makes this worse? All that laughing we saw everybody doing wasn't even real. Like, yeah, some people were laughing, like the bullies and stuff, but majority of the people, and especially the teacher, were not laughing. It was just in Carrie's head because she was done. That means Carrie left a bunch of innocent people, including Miss Collins and Tommy's
Yeah, she murdered like 100 people.
body, to be burned. That shot of her walking through the fire was cold though, I'm not gonna lie. But it wasn't even over there. Because after Carrie leaves the prom, you know, leaving it on fire, not only do we see
School shooter shit? Actually. Wait, actually.
her kill Chris and her boyfriend by blowing them up after they try to run Carrie over. See, this one I ain't mad at. This one was deserved. But we also see Carrie arrive home. And I thought
my
with
God,
the way
kill her
Carrie was
mom?
moving at the prom, she was just gonna walk in and blick down her mom. But no, it was actually the opposite. She goes upstairs and after washing all the pig blood off, she actually goes to her mom to hug her. I know you just massacred your
I think I need to go to the pray closet.
whole school, but poor Carrie.
Mom.
Man, she just had a moment, y'all. It was a moment. But her mom, after the whole telekinesis and going to prom with a boy stuff, must have not been in the bestest of moods. Cause to comfort Carrie, she told her that she should have killed her when she was born. All right, mama. I don't know if that was very nice. Carrie's mom stabs Carrie. So you think a period is a sin, but not this? Mind you guys, she was gonna do this regardless. Don't think she's doing this because of what happened at the school. No, she doesn't even know that. She was hiding behind that door like a weirdo before Carrie went up the steps. Carrie, with no other choice but to defend herself, starts using her powers to throw knives at her mom. Oh my. And not just like 2 or 3, the whole cabinet, essentially making her hit the same pose as the Saint Sebastian statue in her closet. Oh my goodness, you know that gotta hurt. Or at least you think it would. It looked like Carrie's mom was enjoying it with all that moaning she was doing while it was happening. I guess it's been a while. And that kills Carrie's mom. Like, she's dead. Kill count said so. This one ends with Carrie and her mama dying after the house starts sinking into the ground because of Carrie's psychic abilities, because she sort of freaked out after she realized she killed her mom. R.I.P. Carrie, man. You did a little too much at the prom, just a little too much. But dang, you went through a lot. And we see Sue, the only survivor of the prom night, visiting Carrie's grave to pay respects. Oh man, that's kind of sad. Oh
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Why am I getting scared? Yo, that actually scared me. Yo, that actually scared me.
And I know I just talked about this movie crazy. As you can tell, I think it holds up. But that's not even the
I was gonna say, bro, why is she paying respects, bro? She killed everyone.
oldest movie I really wanted to go over this video. But before I get to that one, now this
Dude, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the movies aren't bad themselves, but it's like so easy to outrun this motherfucker. Like, he's an out of shape guy wearing somebody else's skin holding a chainsaw. Like, you could just run away from him and he cannot catch you.
this is the real man.
Like, every Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie I've seen, I go, why are they not just running away? Why are they not just running away? He is a middle-aged, out-of-shape man with very limited mobility because he's holding a chainsaw and vision because he's wearing a skin mask.
Massacre people remember. This movie came out in 1974. Notable things that happened that year: Hello Kitty was created, and it has had Mexican girls in a chokehold ever since. Alright, so in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, we follow a group of 5 friends in the middle of a trip. And before you say typical, this is like one of the first movies to do this, okay? You're watching sliced bread be made. But yeah, we follow a group of 5 friends who are on a trip somewhere. We got Sally, who's like the main girl, you know, she be chilling. Her boyfriend Jerry, who on Wikipedia says is supposed to be somewhere between
17 to 22, bro looks 45. Holy.
supposed to be somewhere between the age of 17 and 22, which I'm just like, yeah. If he was doing meth since the day he was born,
Yeah.
he's 22. That's an insult to 27-year-olds, bro. He's
Yeah.
more like 36. Then there's her best friend Pam, who's
36, I would say 40s, bro.
really into astrology, which I'm not even gonna say anything about. I'm just saying, if you gonna judge me and see me differently and hate me for the day I was born, then just hate me for where I'm from and my skin color too. You might as well. That's all I'm saying. I can't control I'm a Gemini. Then there's her boyfriend Kirk. You know, he's there. And then and I feel bad for saying this, but the most annoying character in the movie, Sally's disabled brother Franklin. I know he's in a wheelchair, but I'm sorry, bro. This dude is annoying. I'm taking Jimmy over him. We follow them while they're on their way to an old family home after visiting Sally's grandfather's grave. But on their way there, they run into some very peculiar people. First, while they're driving, they stop to pick up this hitchhiker. And thank goodness we've evolved past doing this. I'm all for people being social. A matter of fact, I actually think people nowadays should be more social. But this is too social. And this hitchhiker they got is exactly what you'd expect.
He's covered in fucking blood.
Crazy guy. Takes photos of them, cuts his hand open, cuts them open. This dude even lit a fire before they finally kicked him out. And then if that wasn't weird enough, when they stop to get some gas, the guy working there tells them not to go mess around no old house. He's Southern, so you know he got the accent. And when he finds out the house they're going to
Don't go messing around now, you hear? There's dangerous people in these parts.
is actually theirs, he for some
Like every old guy in a horror film. Did you hear about the demons?
reason does a complete 180 and asks them to stay for some barbecue? Huh? This guy a gold digger or something? No, actually. The strangeness of this guy and the other guy goes far deeper than some gold digging. There was something sinister going on in the backdrop. But by the time they got to the house, they forgot about those 2 dudes. It was time to have fun, baby. I'm not gonna act like it was the nicest spot, you know, judging by them cracks on the wall. It definitely wasn't. But they were having fun. They were all having fun. Well, everyone except Franklin, who they left downstairs in his wheelchair listening to
They didn't help him inside. They just got out of the car and told him to figure it out. That's fucking crazy.
To them running around and having fun upstairs. He's annoying, but even this is messed up. Everyone else was having fun though. They was having fun. That is until Pam and Kirk decide they want to take the fun outside to this watering hole. But when they go out there, they don't find a watering hole at all. They find a house. And this must have been where that white guy in horror movie stereotype started, because instead of, turning around, Kirk says, "We better
Let's go in there. Let's go in there. Oh, a weird basement with a guy outside. Oh, let's go inside.
go check that out." And that's exactly what they did. They get to the house and things were off. First, they find a tooth, like a human tooth, right on the front porch. And this dude, Kirk, picks it up. Ugh. Not only are you dumb, but you nasty, bruh. And to make things more concerning, when this dude Kirk goes inside, he sees animal skulls and hears pig noises coming from this room.
Yeah, I don't know why you would walk inside. Like, you should just leave right at that point.
I better go check that out. But the strangest thing came when Kirk
Let me
goes
keep
to
walking in.
check out the noise. And then Leatherface comes out and kills him. And in a gruesome way too. A hammer, ugh. And it caused him to convulse, ugh. And let me go on a little tangent about this, because this dude used to scare me crazy. Big dude with a chainsaw wearing a face on his face. I used to piss myself just thinking about it. But watching this again, yeah, this dude does kill people, but he's sort of like a goofball. Like, every time he runs into people, it's less of a, "I'ma kill you," and more like a, "Ah, shit. I gotta kill you." Like, when was the last time you see Michael or Freddy sit down and reflect after killing someone? You don't see that. Don't get me wrong, he still is scary. I mean, he's still wearing someone's face on his face. And he would murk you if you step into his house. But I remember watching this when I was younger, thinking Leatherface was the scariest part about this movie. But no, not completely. The scariest part is yet to come. Because after people keep coming into the house, first Pam, who almost makes it out, but Leatherface catches her and puts her on a hook.
Wait, they all just keep going into his house? Why don't they just, like, call for help?
Ugh, oh my. Is this where Dead by Daylight got it from? Then the old looking young guy, Jerry, who came to look for his friends only to get caught. The last two
They all individually go in the house, one by one. That's crazy.
who remain are Sally and her brother Franklin. Hey, since they kind of gotta go make sure their friends are alive or whatever, they go out to look for them. But then they hear something. Leatherface comes out and kills Franklin too. I'm not that mad at that one. But again, like I said, he's still not the scariest part. When it gets scary is after Sally runs away all the way back to the gas station to see if she can find some help, she encounters the worker from earlier. And after asking him to help her and seeing him come back with a rope and a bag, she realizes they're in cahoots. Yeah, the gas station guy, Leatherface, and not just them two, but the hitchhiker from the start are actually a family of cannibals. Yeah, I know.
What? I have not seen this original one.
Cannibals. Yeah, I know. The hitchhiker, really? Who would have thought? And to me, this dinner scene after they kidnap Sally is the horror of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Tied up in a chair made of people on some Ed Gein stuff. Then across from you is a table of dudes who are doing a try not to laugh with your suffering. That's some scary shit. And what scares me even more about this is, you can't reason with them. They're rednecks. Sally tries to bargain by saying she'll do anything, and that doesn't even work. Oh, poor Sally. Don't you know they only do that stuff with their sisters? But before they, I guess, eat her, the brothers, because they're brothers by the way, don't let this older one fool you. The brothers decide instead of killing Sally themselves, they should let their grandpa do it. Oh yeah, their damn near deceased
That guy's alive?
Gramps was there too. And if you think he might not
That guy's alive.
be a cannibal, no, he's as bad as the rest of them. He even dances when he tastes his blood. So yeah, they decided they should let their grandpa do it. But since this dude freaking predates the dinosaurs, he keeps dropping the hammer. It's kind of like that SpongeBob episode, the firmly grasp it. And this was their biggest mistake. Because while they're trying to switch who holds the hammer, Sally breaks free and jumps out the window. Most realistic horror movie character, I swear. And it's daytime now, so she just starts hollering. And as the hitchhiker is slashing at her back, getting closer and closer to catching her, a freaking semi-truck runs him over. I forgot that happened. And this one ends with that same truck driver stopping to help Sally fight off Leatherface, only to run away. To where, I have no clue, but he's gone. He's gone. And
Why don't
luckily,
they just get back in the car?
pickup truck this time stops to save Sally just in time. Hey, maybe hitchhiking ain't so bad after all. Leatherface seems happy about it with that dance he's doing. Yeah, this one holds up too. It's a classic. I'm sorry, it's a classic. And now for the
Yeah, that did look like a better movie than the other ones that I've seen.
final, and by far the oldest movie of the video, and a movie I chose because I know it's something y'all gonna remember.
Nosferatu!
I know y'all recognize this guy, Nosferatu. First time I ever seen this.
Bro, I wonder how scary Nosferatu was for people in the 1920s. Like, that must have been nightmares for days, dude. Probably made people actually believe in, like, vampires.
It was the same place most of y'all seen, on SpongeBob, the hash slinging slasher episode. And I remember covering my eyes when he would pop up at the end. This guy scared me, genuinely. So when I found out he was in fact real, like he had his own movie and SpongeBob ain't make him up, I put off watching it for years. Until like 2 weeks ago when I remembered it.
I don't know, man. I don't think I could sit through a movie from the 20s. Like, anything before, fucking, what is the one with the Yellow Brick Road? Is that Alice in Wonderland? No, that's not Alice in Wonderland. What the fuck is that? Yellow Brick Road, the old Tin Man dude. Wizard of Oz. Anything before the Wizard of Oz? Ugh. And I've watched, I was in a cinema class in college, and we had to watch, like, Casablanca and, like, other films. When was Casablanca? Like, 1940? Yeah, 1940. It's just bad. I think movies from that era are just, like, shitty most of the time. Like, I didn't dislike the film, but I'm like, hey, this would be a lot better if this movie wasn't, like, 80 years old.
Googled it and found out, bro, this movie's over 100 years old. 1922. To
Yeah,
put
that's
that
crazy.
into perspective, when this movie came out,
The Roaring 20s, bruh.
Queen Elizabeth was in her 40s. Okay, I'm joking, but she was almost born. That's crazy. And even explaining it like that, I don't think y'all really understand how old this movie is. Guys, this movie is so old, it's a silent film. Like, no dialogue.
Oh, that's even worse, dude. I've watched, like, 10-minute silent films before, like, comedy ones. Oh, my God, the humor was terrible. It was literally like slip on a banana peel humor. Dude, if you watch like an old 10-minute silent film that's funny, I'm sitting in a quiet room just watching a guy like mime jokes. This is fucking awful. Like Charlie Chaplin, yeah. Slapstick comedy. I understand older like, you know, a while back, like humor's been subjective and humor evolves over time, but I really think people like before 1940 were the unfunniest motherfuckers of all time. Like, the funniest guy you knew would be like the cringiest guy in your friend group today. Like, no good jokes, no good humor, and it was all like surface level shit, and none of it was like raunchy or funny or like, you know, breaking any barriers. It was always like just like a knock joke would be the vibe of humor.
On some Charlie Chaplin stuff. But 100 years old and no speech. Does this movie hold up? I think so. Look, the movie's obviously not the same level of scary as some films today. Nowhere near, actually. It's a simple story about a vampire whose name isn't Nosferatu. It's actually the Count, who is trying to, you know, do
Count Orlok.
vampire stuff and suck the blood of this dude he met's wife. But y'all gotta understand how insane that must have been back then. This was before vampire movies were everywhere. Like, there was no romance ones like Twilight or any good ones like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. None of that. So for a little sheltered European boy to see this in theaters back then must have been traumatizing, even more than it scared me. But you're right. This is about how it holds up today. And y'all be happy to know that even 100 years old, it seems like horror movies don't change that much. Because the main character in this movie is a idiot, just like in the newer ones. I'm serious. There's a scene, right? Well, I'll word it like this. If y'all woke up in the morning with bite marks on your neck and you have a roommate that only sleeps during the day, are you not gonna find that even a little suspicious? Just a little. Even if you don't know about vampires, you know this dude was awake at night when you got bit, so you could at least ask him what bit you. But yeah, point is, even though I may not watch it anytime soon or ever again, I think it holds up. In fact, I think there's modern horror movies that are much worse than this, much worse. Have y'all seen Imaginary? Talk about disappointment. Or maybe I'm just biased because he was in SpongeBob. Who knows? This one ends with the wife, whose name is Ellen, pretty much sacrificing herself and letting the Count suck her blood. And not because she's into it. No, this is not Carrie's mama. She did it to distract the Count, so when the sun rises, he doesn't notice. And the sun vanquishes him. Isn't it crazy that everyone in this movie is dead?
Bro, but like, okay, you're watching the movie, silence. Radio. Silent film is unbearable. Watch like 5 minutes of a silent film, and they'll throw stuff on the screen. Wowza! In big text, if it's a comedy one. Oh, that's not what was supposed to happen. And because you have to fucking read it. You have to read it. It has music? Yeah, usually. Usually there's like dun, 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 or some random shit.
That's pretty much all the movies I wanted to go over today. My
But it's always like silly clown music.
final judgment, I think these old horror movies hold up for the most part. Honestly,
Wait, those shits are not copyrighted, probably. I could probably pull up one. Old silent film comedy. Like, this shit had people dying, bro. Whoa! Whoa! What the fuck? Best of Buster Keaton's greatest stunts. No. I mean, like, this is cool. Like, I'm just watching somebody, like, juggle a ball. This is, like, some shit I'd see on TikTok. Oh, my God. An elephant. All right, I'm done with this. W.